I believe results, with the confidence I already had, results breed more confidence, but it allows me to lead better because I have the credibility with the results. So I could walk into rooms and speak about things because I have things to show for it. And that's why I like results so much, because who's not going to respect the numbers? You may not respect the person, but you're going to respect the numbers. What's up?
Damn.
What's up?
Like, where's the passion?
I'm not a your type of New Yorker. Like, I'm from Canarsie, we chill.
But I'm from the floors too. Like, I feel like they say you're too. I've heard it.
Nah, I'm different. I'm on like Mill Basin sides.
Okay, so, you bougie, that's why.
Yeah, we a little more chill with the yours.
Okay, you a little bougie. That's what he wanted to say. But yeah, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's my first individual one.
Okay.
So I was and I did my research. I was excited to be here.
Yay.
And I came on time. And I never come on time.
Yay. I love that for you. We're going to get into a lot today, Mr. Angelo. I have a very special guest for people who's joining. I'm your host, Deja Wallace. And yeah, I just want to dive straight into this because there's a lot to talk about here, a lot to dissect. I'm here with Mr. Angelo himself.
Hello.
The creator, host of Talk That podcast and That Puppy Talk. He's also a social media mastermind at this point. I need the game. That's really why I brought you here. I need the sauce. I need the feng shui. Like, you got to tell the people a little bit. Not too much. Not too much. All right?
I'll tell them everything, man.
Hey, oh, okay.
Knowledge is free. Information is free.
You about to tell us everything, y'all. I appreciate that.
I'll tell y'all everything. It's a lot, though. And I'm still like, it's crazy because the irony of like social media is like while you're growing, like it looks like you're growing faster than you actually are sometimes. And that's the game though. And you want to sell it that way. And I always say, as long as I'm making more than yesterday, as long as I'm doing better than yesterday, I'm fine.
Okay.
But like I'm getting to that point where like I feel like my season is right around the corner. Like I think I put in enough work. I learned enough things. I met enough people. And any day now, you know, things can switch.
Yeah. It's interesting because before you went viral, I was watching you, right?
That's love.
And it's because I realized that you were from the same hood I was because of like, you know, scenery and stuff. And then I realized that you're a podcaster too and you actually care about what you're doing. You're not just there to talk about shaking their like you actually are there because you like you're passionate about that. And I could see that. And the fact that you went viral, that was all just time. Like that was just
it was equity,
a matter of time.
It was like a lot of skin in the game. And a lot of people who are meeting me at this point, right? Like now I probably do like 1 million views on a video every month, right? Like
wow.
And if not, my content adds up to that every month. But like I've been doing this since I'm 25 now. I've been doing this since I was 17.
Oh, wow.
On the internet. So I grew with all these platforms. I watched everybody, you know, make it. I watched people fall off. I watched a lot of things. And it's just, that's the skin in the game. And I do more than just one thing, right? Like I do podcasting. I do music. I do I direct and produce. I'm a videographer. I'm a producer. Like, so that's a different type of, like, could you imagine like just doing 5 things, right? And although they all coexist, you're doing about 5 different things. And you want to maximize all of them. So like I have to get 100,000 streams on a song minimum. I need to get 1 million views. I need to get this. I need to get that.
You're a numbers guy.
Yeah. I'm a results driven guy.
Okay.
I'm results driven. Like I believe results with the confidence I already had, results breed more confidence, but it allows me to lead better because I have the credibility with the results. So I could walk into rooms and speak about things because I have things to show for it. And that's why I like results so much, because who's not going to respect the numbers? You may not respect the person, but you're going to respect the numbers.
And it's like when that video did go viral, you got Charlamagne sharing it. Congratulations on that.
Appreciate it.
You got different people, different walks of life, calibers, different countries sharing it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, how did that feel, first of all?
That last one, so I have a personal tie with Charlamagne where I met Charlamagne at the airport when I was 17, beginning of my social media, like when I first started getting it. And I never posted it. I never posted the video. I told him, I said, yo, you're going to see me one day. And
that's crazy.
17-year-old me, super arrogant, super loud, super confident, saw him at the airport. And I'm like, yo, and I looked up to him. I love how loud and obnoxious Charlamagne was. Mm-hmm. Because that was me in high school. So like I saw somebody that I could be like successfully. So the post hit me in that regards. That is also my highest liked post, not my most viewed. And because I've been viral so often and celebrities have shared my stuff so like before, mm-hmm. I think when Charlamagne put it on his page, like that was different. But celebrities is always on my page. Like mm-hmm. I'm always watching. I watch my numbers. I watch who I'm able to see when the algorithm takes off. So that was cool. It was dope because my friends are involved, mm-hmm. right? But my podcast has also a lot of viral moments. So I've been going viral for the last 2 years consistently. Right. Where compared to that first feeling, mm-hmm. it's cool, but it's like, okay, I gotta double up. I need more. I need more.
It's just more. Confirmation that you're going the right way.
Yeah. And then when I was 19, Chris Brown had reposted me one time. And I was like, that was big for me at that time. Right, that was my first viral video. And I was like, that's dope. Yeah. It's cool. 2018, that was cool. But like now we want the money, we want the numbers, man. Like,
okay. You think going viral now is still the same as going viral back then? Because I feel like when Charlie bit my finger like that, that type of viral doesn't exist anymore, I feel like.
It doesn't, but that's because it became a market. So what people need to understand about virality, it doesn't always equal equity. A lot of social equity if you know what you're doing with it. But because all the brands and businesses turned to social media influencing, and they made it, and Instagram is really driving people to do more content because they're competing with TikTok and mm-hmm. YouTube Shorts and whatever else. Like all those things kind of matter when you think about what social media is now. Like it's made for everybody to literally go viral. It's literally made for everybody to stay home. Think about post-pandemic social media. Think about pandemic social media, and think about post-pandemic social media. Everybody kind of realized we're going into the digital space, the digital era, and content is almost becoming what's the word? Content is commerce.
Yeah, for sure.
You get what I'm saying? Like mm-hmm. And it's crazy because they had started with like NFTs in like 2019, and then like still don't get that concept, but I know it's a digital concept. So when you look at all the digital stuff going, social media drives all narratives. And so viral is not the same because you had to be, I remember Sharkeisha, no, one of my favorite joints. Now it's just everybody's meant to go viral. That's why it's so saturated with numbers. You go down your timeline, you see, oh, this person got 1 million, this person got 1 million. Okay, now, all right, 10 million. And it's like, it's not as fun anymore because you're not as special. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's oversaturated, yeah.
Yeah.
So you started at 17. Were you consuming or were you actually like putting out skits like you're doing now?
Oh, I was consuming. So I was consuming and putting out skits.
Okay.
And even now, right? Watching my skits go viral. I was watching all my old skits the other day. I was like, yo, they're still great concepts. I'm gonna still redo them, and I'm gonna do them even better now because it's a different time of climate. Like I used to do like 2-3 minute videos because I was like, again, 2017, 2018. But yeah, I was consuming. I was watching Shiggy. I was watching Rennie. I was watching King Batch.
What happened to Remy?
Man, Rennie's still here. He's still here? Yeah, he doing stand-up.
Okay. Oh, yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm. And I always say, yo, shout out to Shiggy, Rennie, King Batch, Capri, Low Key Mar. These are New York heavy hitters. But Batch, Amanda Cerny, D Storm. And I think too, like the climate in New York for content creators and skin makers are so different. Because out in the West Coast, they really did what they had to do with it. But I always look at like the Shiggies, the Rennies, the Low Key Mars, the Capri Fernandez. Shout out to Clea Trapper for doing her thing and making it out. But those guys walk so me and my friends could crawl. I mean, those guys crawl so me and my friends could walk and run. And we noticed that too. Like, I met Rennie, I met Shiggy recently, a couple months ago. And it was like such a real moment. I've met a lot of celebrities. I work with celebrities, athletes and stuff like that. Cool stuff. But those guys, like, we look up to those guys.
Right.
We love those guys. They held it down. Down goes Frazier. He was the first out of all of them to actually follow me.
Oh, really?
Years ago.
He seems so down to earth. I could see that.
Years ago.
Yeah.
And then Shiggy's also a very humble person. Rennie, like, they're very humble people, dogs. And I met Capri. Like, I met all of them. Crazy. I met all of them, like, back to back. I never met Down Goes Frazier, but he had followed me. And that was so important because, like, he blew up. The circle changed. But at the time that they blew up, like, again, social media wasn't what it was now. And I love those guys. I still watch those guys to this day. Even D1 Pop. Like, it's so many people.
Facts.
D1 Pop walked. So Zeddy Will.
Facts.
Zeddy Will. Who's the other one? I forgot his name. He's the hottest one in New York right now. He's with Zoe Spencer and all of them. The funny kid. He's short.
Kai Cenat?
No. Kai's a different beast.
Oh.
That's one of my favorite people to watch too. No, I forgot his name. Probably not meant to say it. Okay. I'll figure it out. But like those people walk, like whatever social media is now, where everybody capitalizing, they walked so we could run easily. Easily.
I'm glad you pay homage where it's due.
No, like sure. I imitate those people. You understand? Like me
but
and my
some
friends,
people imitate you even, and they not gonna say they do.
Of course,
you know
not yet. I'm not big yet. But it's like I know when I'm being imitated. You know how deep it is? I'll give you a story time. So my confidence is big, right? And I read through, what we're gonna talk to a lot, like talk about.
Yeah.
And 99% of it came from my confidence and delusion, right? And it was just this idea of like I always thought I was better, I always felt better, I always felt smarter. And I grew up an only child for a long time before my sister was born. And I could tell you this, respectfully, you're not wrong about anything that's in your head. You just have to show people. You have to show them why it makes sense and why, like this is genius. So I've always had that mentality and that mindset for a lot of things. So being imitated, it's supposed to be that way. Yeah. Exactly. I'm losing my train of thought, but.
No, yeah, for sure. It's rare that something's like original thought, Yeah. We get inspiration from everywhere. Going to like monetization, like I know a lot of people want to hear the secret. Like, is there like a secret sauce to going viral?
To getting paid?
Or getting paid? Because
going viral and getting paid, two different things.
Okay.
Listen.
What's the difference between that? Break that down.
There's a huge difference. You understand, like, what are they paying you for, right? Like, what is a brand going to pay you for in regards to promotion? How are you going to get that brand to even
Their image and likeliness.
Yeah, but I could get 5 of me's. I could get bigger than me for less, depending on, like, what your... People need to understand. Think about going viral because it's so common. It's no longer as valuable.
Okay.
And I understand that concept. I'm in meetings. I'm on LinkedIn. I tell all my content creator people, get on LinkedIn.
Facts.
There's people that have very little following and are making a lot of money because they got on LinkedIn and they decided to pitch themselves, learn how to pitch yourselves, network, ask a lot of questions to know how the money's actually made. I think the biggest misconception is if you go viral, you could get paid.
Yeah, that's
for a fact. These platforms are paying wholeheartedly. You can make money long-term with YouTube, with TikTok, Creators Program, whatever. But also just be aware, like, those things have to stop, and you have to, unless you're keeping up with that personality, and those people are gonna leave, and your fans are gonna outgrow you, unless you're a Kai Cenat, which attracts more younger crowd where they get to grow with you and yada yada yada. Other than that, virality is just numbers. You got to know how to leverage it.
Okay.
You have to know how to pitch
how
yourself.
How do you leverage it? And like, how do you make money from social media? Like, I need help. Help me.
Okay. You have to market yourself. Right? Mm-hmm. So even if you're not going viral, you have to convince yourself and all of your followers so far that you're that person. Right? That's part one. Because you got to understand, why do people, what is a fan?
A supporter.
No. A fan is somebody who wants to be like you or thinks that they cannot be like you. That's a fan.
Okay.
Like, I could support you. You can be my dogs. I'll support you. I'm not a fan of you. If I'm what drives fans to concerts? It's this idea that this person's on a stage and they can't get there, or they want to get there. If you want to know how to get paid, there's multiple ways to get paid. So there's agencies, there's agents, there's managers. That's one way. The other ways, you can sell a product, which is always the best way to go. Find a product to sell, but you have to draw the audience in anyways for free.
Like merch, right?
Merch, or depending on what your lane is. If you're into cosmetics, you could sell, lip gloss. You could sell whatever. Mm-hmm. Now, in regards to selling your actual content, it's very hard to do, right? You have to get the views and numbers from TikTok or Instagram or whatever. But you also got to find the right people to talk to. And that's the route that I took, and that's the route that I'm taking, where because I was doing so well on social media, I'm like, yo, there's no money coming in. You get into the right rooms, you ask the right questions, you talk to the right people. And that's when the game starts to look a little different. But how lucky are some of us to have the right friends to put us in certain rooms? Mm-hmm. How lucky are some of us to even know that LinkedIn is more than just a job website, right? Most of us, like from my community, like we thought LinkedIn was Indeed.
Basically.
Yeah, no, but it's not though. It's Facebook for business.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. Mm-hmm. Like it's where a bunch of entrepreneurs and a bunch of these people, I advise to everybody, whatever brand or company you're looking for, that you want to work with, you think you could work with, go on their LinkedIn, pay for the 30-day membership, or they have a free trial. Take that. In those 30 days, DM the brand strategist from the company. It's going to be a list of their employees. And you better just pitch yourself. Google how to pitch yourself. Look up how to pitch yourself. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you have 5,000 followers or 10,000 followers. Get your practice in and you might get lucky. I know people with 5,000 followers getting $25,000 deals. Mm-hmm. It's not always about the numbers. It's about value. Like, is this content valuable enough for me to invest in? And think about it. Some of these companies have too much money. Like, you're talking about, I see what my content creator friend makes. That's the smaller end of things. And sometimes I get a chunk of that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So there's ways to go about it. But definitely if you have access, if you want to look up agencies too, look up agencies, set up agencies, see if they want to manage you or whatever. It's a bunch. Oh, people don't talk about these things. You need a media deck and a social media deck. Mm-hmm. So a deck with all your numbers on it, right? So
what's a deck? What is that?
So basically it's a small sheet with your name or your stage name or whatever brand whatever you're promoting. Mm-hmm. It's going to be all your social media numbers, a small brief paragraph about who you are and what you do. So I'll show it to you like once I get out of here. Can't be shown to the public. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's what starts off the conversation.
Is this like a Google Doc? Like, what do you mean? Like,
so you can go on Canva. You go on Canva, look up pitch decks.
Okay.
I'm giving out all the sauce right now.
Yeah, because I need it. I was serious. Like,
yeah. You could go on Canva, look up pitch decks. Again, Google everything, YouTube everything. Mm-hmm. I'm free. Like, I always give up information like that. Mm-hmm. There's a way to do it, but it's your social media numbers. So it's usually your total amount of viewers. So it's all your platforms combined. So your YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all the numbers together, then individually. And then, then you could have your media deck itself. Mm-hmm. Whenever you want to pitch to a brand, you have to have your demographics, your graphs of like the age group stuff. easy present, so you could easily present it. You just got to do it once and shape it to whatever brand you want to talk to.
Okay.
And you take it from there. That's as much as like I know.
Right. You're still in it. You're still learning.
Yeah, I'm still learning. Like I just did something like for Steve Madden. That was my first official one.
That's fire. Congratulations.
Yeah, they just emailed me. But again, just keep doing your thing. Be consistent enough. I've been doing this for like 7-8 years, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just now getting some type of, and because I've been, my friend is Elisha, shout out Elisha. He's a big content creator in soccer space. I was able to meet a lot of other people in those rooms.
Okay.
That's how I went viral with Chad Ochocinco.
Okay.
I was shooting a video for my friend in the same space Chad Ochocinco was in for soccer, for Coca-Cola. And Chad was there. I said, yo, like, let me interview him. People think like I just met up with Chad. No, bro. Like I was working. He was there in the same room as me. I interviewed him. I'm a big fan. But those moments you got to capitalize on though.
So how often were you on social media, like in the beginning? Like how consistent were you?
Posting?
Yeah, with the posting. Like did you make it part of your routine? Like I have to post, I have to get this content out? Or did you just go with the flow?
That's still me.
That's still you?
To this day, before I came, I just dropped some viral stuff. That joint might go viral. I just did a video. I'm Haitian. I did a video with a Russian kid eating Haitian food. Yeah.
Hey,
shout out my boy Yuri.
But, I seen that. I did seen that when I was on the train.
But yeah, I was big on posting every day. I was big on, now they changed the rules. They actually don't want you to post. I can't give y'all this sauce.
Please, I need
this
it.
one I can't get. I'll give it to you privately. I can't give y'all this sauce. Because I got on the phone with like, Instagram had a survey a couple weeks ago. They sent it to some people like, hey, if you want to grow your following, grow whoever, sign up and then we'll call you in a couple of weeks. They called me and they gave me like Threads. Everybody get on Threads. Instagram is pushing Threads right now.
It's
everybody.
Like Twitter, is it?
It don't matter what it's like. If you have an Instagram and you want your Instagram to grow, literally.
But I'm trying to figure out like how is the platform? Is it like just
it's like
statuses?
Twitter.
Okay.
It's statuses. It's statuses, pictures, it's everything. But it don't matter. Just use the app.
Okay.
Just use it like you use Twitter. Because their Instagram is pushing Threads right now. So what I've noticed in the difference in my algorithm, when I use Threads and when I, post on Instagram, use all their features, especially Threads, it just kind of kicks the numbers up. They put you at the forefront because they're already pushing the app, which makes sense though. Like if you critically think, like why else would they want you to use Threads? If you use Threads, what's your benefit out of it? Oh, your posts get pushed to the front of the algorithm.
Interesting. I've been ignoring Threads for a while.
Now, they didn't tell me this directly, but every time on that phone call, he kept on bringing up Threads. I was like, okay, I got the message, bro.
Yeah, it makes sense because it's a partnership. Like that's under them. So
yeah. So everybody get on Threads. This episode, people won't necessarily get in the moment, but the people who listen and follow through, they'll see the difference. Yeah. Eventually.
It depends on where they are,
Of course, but look, I see people here drop down because they want to be so creative and so different sometimes, or sometimes they just run out of passion for it and got to restart when they want to start back up. Like, nah, like the routine got to be the same. Oh, you asked me like if I'm still like heavy on posting. Yeah, I've always like wanted to post. I also just like attention too. Like I also just like being looked at. I didn't want to say it that way, but people notice though. Like
I mean, that's why you're in the career you're in right now.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, Threads. If there's anything I take from this, use Threads and make y'all media decks before y'all start talking to any companies. Because when they ask you like, hey, can we see your media deck? And you're like, what's that?
I'm on it.
Yeah.
Out of all what's your favorite platform and why?
Instagram.
Why?
Instagram. It's the one that I'm most used to. It's also the one that I get the most engagement on. But even before all of that, I think the variety of content that I consume on there and just the layout is better for me. It's what I'm used to. I've been using Instagram on that same layout they had since when they came out with 13, 14. Right? Like I got off Snapchat. I got off a bunch of other things and stuck to Instagram. I got off Facebook.
Do you think like using a bunch of like, say somebody has like 8 different social media platforms, do you think they should focus on one?
Different apps?
Yeah.
Oh, like how you gonna scale your numbers? Yeah, you got to use all of them.
Okay, because I feel like sometimes like if you on Twitter and you on Facebook and you on LinkedIn and you on all of these different apps, you don't think you're spreading yourself thin? Like you can't focus on, because I feel like the algorithm is different on these different platforms.
And you figure out what works. Like I just figured out SEO tagging on TikTok. Mm-hmm. Like I figured out if I say New York in my picture and I put New York in the caption and I put New York as a tag, it goes define related topic thing. It goes New York. So you got to figure out these apps out and see what works for it. I'll post the exact same skit, probably with a different caption or a different method. I also left TikTok's creator program because they just violated my views. You know, doesn't make sense. But you figure out the algorithm of these apps and you use them accordingly.
So you say just get on as much as
because you have to scale your numbers.
Okay.
Like if you get 100 on TikTok, 100 on Instagram, 100 on Twitter, whatever, that all adds up, right? When you're doing your deck, you'll see that. Why all your numbers matter. Because if you're missing something, like my YouTube is my smallest platform right now, right?
YouTube is hard though.
Of course. But could you imagine if I had like 100K subs on YouTube? You know what these brands would have to pay me for real? Mm-hmm. It's like that. Like that's really, even to get like long-term contracts, your YouTube numbers got to be up, a bunch of stuff like that. But you want to scale it. That's how you scale yourself. Why not? You're not spreading yourself thin. You're maximizing your potential. It's all these apps. I've gone viral on Twitter, and I'm so upset that I never go viral on my Twitter, right? I'm always going viral on Twitter for my content that they take from my TikTok or my Instagram. Right? But it's like I have nothing on Twitter of mine that I could be like, oh, here's my numbers. Now, thank God people tag me and stuff that I could like be like, yo, okay, let me calculate this. But you want to maximize your numbers.
Right.
Especially because different brands can always use you for different platforms. Like some deliverables are going to be like, hey, we want to post on TikTok. Hey, we want to post on Instagram. So you want to open yourself up to as many opportunities as possible.
So do you think that people, all right, do you think content creation obviously is a long-term game, right?
For some. I'm not in this for the long game.
Okay. But you've been here for a while. I feel like 7 years.
Yeah, but the content creating space didn't become an actual financial market till like 2019. So I've been doing social media for a while, but you know, the goal at that time was TV. Right? Think about it, right?
Same.
So all those things now change where you have apps now qualifying for nominations on shows. We have the Streamy Awards now. Mm-hmm. Like these things are growing. So like the space
is really new.
That's what I'm saying.
It's really new.
But for me, like, I'm trying to be on a beach, retired by like 30, 35, and I'm chilling.
Okay.
But I'm definitely working more behind the camera now. I do think I'm a great on-screen talent, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, like, I don't want to be the 30-year-old making people laugh on the internet over dumb stuff. I don't want to tackle emotions how I'm tackling them now. I'm very intentional with my content. I know how to make people feel how I need them to feel. That's how I'm able to go viral. I can trigger emotion out of people.
How important is emotional intelligence in content creation? Because I feel like when you're putting out media, you have to keep in mind how it's going to make somebody feel.
Yeah. And you want to make them happy, sad, upset, all the emotions, whatever you feel through my content. One day you think I'm misogynistic. One day you think I'm a great big brother. One day you think I'm sassy. One day you think I'm this, I'm that. I don't care. But I'm literally saying things and doing things to trigger the emotion for the numbers to come in. Like if you see my Sassy series skit, right? Mm-hmm. Like I'm in this video playing a sassy man. I'm really doing satire. Like this is like modern day Key and Peele. Dave Chappelle show. That's what I treat it as, right? Like these are concepts that if you take them to television, they would probably eat it up because it's like, yo, this is how you make people feel. Why is the satire in this so funny? Right? It's like giving Donald Trump real hair. Right? There's a level of humor to that causes people to either be upset, either be really happy, make fun of him, like all those things. And plus, like I embarrass myself a lot, but I am building. Like if you look at most of my content, it involves women, and the woman is always winning. So that's when people be like, "Yo, you're so misogynistic." I'm like, why do I have a team of women around me that are actually winning with me? And nobody pays attention. But you can't let your personal emotions or your personal, however you feel towards what people are telling you, don't matter. So your emotional intelligence matters. Like, do you know what you're doing? Do you know what emotions you're triggering out of people? Are you okay with getting yelled at? Are you okay with somebody coming on this thing like, this was not funny? Or your nose is big? It's the internet. So all those things, if you're not emotionally intelligent, if you're not emotionally capable of handling yourself on your own, especially when the numbers come in, trust me, everybody wants numbers, right? Until you get numbers and everybody in the comments hate you.
Facts. I'm bad at the comments. I'm not going to lie. I need to get better at that.
But what's the problem you have with comments?
They sometimes, like, not all the comments are good.
Yeah, why would they be?
I know. I need to stop reading them.
No, you read them and then so here's the thing, right? Here's the trick. If somebody says, what's the worst thing somebody ever said about something that you posted?
He said all her questions are illogical. I don't know how he even came on the interview.
So you keep asking illogical questions. You know why I got so much numbers? I became exactly what they said I was. Oh, I'm misogynistic. I became more misogynistic. No. Oh,
that's smart.
You think I'm cocky? I got cockier. It kept on making you talk. I needed my numbers. I needed my engagement. You don't know me personally. I don't give a damn. That's really the game. That's really that's what I loved about Charlamagne? That's what I loved about Charlamagne growing up. He didn't care.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know him.
Censored, yeah.
We didn't know him. Y'all don't know me. I got nothing to prove to y'all. Respectfully.
Yeah.
Not saying that, the consumers, but you're consuming anything. That's why Baddies East is a thing right now.
Yeah.
And then you look at what people support and the celebrities that they repost or whatever.
They don't even like them for real.
You don't know them, but like they trigger emotions out of you.
Yeah.
So you once you vet that out and you get that, I tell people all the time, in this content creating game, in anything you do in life, I could have been an astronaut if I wanted to be an astronaut just because I'm confident. I'm just confident, especially for anything that involves public perception. You have to be confident. When you're confident, it's different. Like, and I'm real, look at me. I'm real life confident. Like, it's not an act.
Yeah.
But I have to be, because imagine with all this content going viral, you don't think people are coming for me? I almost got canceled by Guyana and the LGBTQ community.
Oh, no.
And I didn't say nothing about neither of them.
I think I know what clip you're talking about. When you had the guy from, forget it. It was like y'all was talking about like his sexuality and stuff and him being Caribbean.
He came out and said, right? Mm-hmm. He came out and said, first of all, I had consent before anything too. Like I had consent to ask him these questions and whatever.
Yeah, it is the same clip I'm thinking about.
I had consent to pull out my lighter. Like I'm a funny guy.
Yo, yeah.
I'm a funny guy. Mm-hmm. But I would never disrespect anybody without their permission.
Uh-huh.
Right? Like, and it wasn't even disrespectful. It was comical.
Yeah.
But the internet found it, whatever it was. So this dude said, he ended up saying he's gay and his father's a pastor. That is funny. That is funny. Because I grew up a church kid. I know that's like OD.
Yeah,
the internet wanted to, like, oh my God. I'm like, oh, you guys are too sensitive. And the thing is, like, the person I'm talking to don't even care. And he was actually happy he had that moment to laugh about it or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, if you watch my full episodes, we always have a moment of like, bringing back the vibes and whatever. That was funny. And then the dude went on to say, as a gay person, he went on to say he doesn't like gay people. I didn't co-sign that shit. Pardon my language. But Major Hype comes on the show. He's like, Guyana is not a Caribbean country. I don't know.
Seen that too.
I don't know what that is.
No, that's crazy.
I didn't even know Guyana was in South America. Here comes the internet. Oh my God, they're so ignorant on it. He said that. But it's like, could you imagine like if I reacted every time though?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm going,
it's draining.
every West Indian platform posted us that day. Some celebrities posted the gays. You think I doubled down? I doubled down on it too. Like I was laughing with them. Like, yo, I know what's going on, but you need it. Shout out to me as a leader of my crew to understand it, because my team sometimes they can't handle all of that stuff, and I love it. I don't read comments. I count them. That's my.
How did you find that team? Did you guys build together?
That team was remade like 4 times in my lifetime. I've been trying to be like what I have going on now. I've been trying to have that for years. I had friends come in and out. I had friends, you graduate with high school friends, whatever. And then my boy Paparazzi, he was the first person to ever invest in me. He gave me Final Cut for free, gave me free photo shoots or whatever. And I just practiced, and then we started getting closer, and he taught me how to use a camera. He taught me how to probably do things from a business perspective. And I was just always passionate and hungry to do things. So I got into producing and doing stuff like that. And then I shot Dusty Locane's Rolando with him. And that was like my first like viral piece of content that wasn't me in it. Started my career doing that. Then I started working with Beauty by Melissa and I just made a bunch of connections along the way. And then we wanted to start the show. I always had people around me to do things. So the standard for me, for my friendship, I don't party, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I work. Who wants to get busy? We're young. Are we gonna live life? So that's been the standard, so everybody kind of knows. And then like once my started to do well, everybody started kind of sticking along. Definitely started with the podcast cast though, because I was able to get a group of people that really understood like, yo, this is how we're gonna do it, whatever. And it was rocky from the beginning, but like now we're good, and now I can say I have a solid team of people. My friends just they kind of see it now and feel it, but it's along the way. Like a lot of those friendships are new. Like a lot of my close friends from like 5+ years ago, they're like not on content. So they have careers or they just don't want to do content or whatever. So I'm closer to these guys now, but yeah.
What's the ultimate vision for that group?
Oh, everybody got to go solo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Are you kidding me? Think about it, right? Let's put it this way. And I understand the concept of power. Power is freedom for me. Being able to do what I want to do and being able to tell people around me they could do what they want to do, right? So for example, shout out to Cash. Cash was able to start her own show off of coming on my show and being my host. But Cash also made a bunch of connections that I made, and Cash has me in her corner to help her with everything, right? I have about 3 other people that can do that around me for whenever they want, whenever it makes sense, because I'm great on timing and everything like that. So why not go solo? I don't want to carry this thing. I don't want, like, we're gonna get old. We want kids. We want life. Like, that's the thing with content creation and reality, right? The reality is this shit not gonna last forever. I'm ready for it to not last forever. That's just for me and the things that I value, right? I want to be a father one day. I want to be a great son to my old ass parents one day. Like, that costs time. And with doing this, how I've been doing it, I work so hard, it's exhausting. Like, this is not fun for real. It was when
that's what I'm saying.
Started.
Like, it's exhausting. Doesn't the team kind of take off that workload? That's why I'm like, that's my perspective on it. Like, a team will actually help make it less exhausting.
I think I have to say this in the most respectful way possible, because I love my team. You have to know what everybody's strong suits is. You have to know what everybody's good at what. Right? What everybody's good at. For me personally, for the things that I want to get at, everybody on your team has a different perspective on what you're building.
True.
So they'll never have the same effort, because although their name is attached, it's not theirs.
They don't see the vision for real.
No, they see the vision. It's just not their vision.
Vision is different for them. A little different.
It got to be different.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes, like, you understand, like, and the other thing too is, like, we don't know. Think about it. We're 4 idiots that don't know anything about how we know, okay, if we go viral, things can work out. We don't know how. We don't know who to talk to. We don't know where the numbers. So it takes one, the biggest idiot, me, to go out there and go seek the information and go network. And plus I have the personality to do so. So that's that. So yeah, my team takes the workload off in regards to talent, but I'm outside working every day. And plus I got like 4 or 5 other jobs that I do in the content space. So it's easier for me. So it's not fair to say like, yo, my team just, what can they actually do outside of being good friends and good talent? Right. And my team are just good friends. That's it. Even the people off camera, we're just good friends who support each other.
Looking out into the future, what do you think like the future looks like for content creators, even podcasters even?
I see the podcast space dying out.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why you say that?
Oh, it's too much. There's too many of them.
Okay.
Like, think about it, right? Name me some of the biggest podcasts in the world.
Joe Rogan.
Okay, he's the biggest. Charlamagne made that post today.
Who else? Why am I going blank? Andrew Schultz.
Schultz, really good. Brilliant Idiots. There's a bunch.
Brilliant Idiots, yeah. Horrible Decisions, you know?
I like Horrible Decisions. We're in Horrible Decisions.
Core Minds.
Right.
And they're all celebrities. Well, they're not all
digital celebrities are still celebrities.
But I'm saying like they were celebrities before.
So
Joe Rogan, all of these people, they had a name before.
I mean, they had a starting point in media.
Yeah.
But Joe Rogan was, because I always watch Fear Factor. But I see it dying out because it's too many people having the same conversations about the same things.
I think it's actually going to grow, though.
In regards to what?
I think that because more people are on their phones, they're looking for some type of just like, especially because podcasting, you don't have to watch it. You can listen. A lot of people multitasking and they want to just soak up information. So they turn on a podcast. I think it's growing.
I don't think it's going to get bigger than what it is now.
Okay.
And that's just, damn, I'm not on my way out the door with my podcast because I'm still going to push mine till I get it to where it needs to be. But I also know, like, even the people that are podcasting don't want to podcast anymore. If that makes sense. Like it's become such a when this thing can't make you feel special no more. Right? Not me individually. I'm just saying, like, in general, it takes the value away from it.
But then I think it's just their intention and their why of why they started that they need a question.
Not everybody wants to make money from it.
Yeah.
So when I say that I think it's dying now, is because it's so much money being spent, not enough being made. Because there's so many other people to listen to. It's so many. Everybody has their favorite one. You know what I'm saying? If they start putting podcasts on TV.
Yes, that's what I think it would be. That's what I think it would grow.
Nobody's watching TV though.
On streaming platforms.
Yeah, but it's
like
not
Apple TV. I feel like it's actually gonna grow.
You think Apple TV is gonna like have podcasts?
Yeah, for sure.
Like at what capacity though? What kind of podcast you think Apple TV? I work with Apple TV, so with MLS. So what kind of?
It will be more so like a lot of educational stuff, like doctors talking about medicine and stuff, and just like people who are actually in their field that have a lot of I think
Apple's not putting no budget behind no.
It's like TED Talk, like a TED Talk.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, how would Apple even invest that? Why would Apple even do that? I'm trying to show you, like, in what way podcast is gonna grow because everybody wants to do them, and everybody's watching them by default because everybody wants to do them, so they're posting them. There's no same thing with music now, right? It's like why don't we feel music the same way? Because it feels like something everybody could do at any time. And that's how it's being sold to us. So the value of the music just went away.
Yeah.
These things, like I said, the same way.
But I feel like music is also dying down because of like, you know, the oversaturation, of course, and like artificial intelligence, like, you know, auto-tune, like you could always create.
Auto-tune was always around though.
Yeah, but you could always, like, you could have a song with Michael Jackson by taking out stuff from his past and saying it's feature Michael Jackson, you know?
That, I think it just gets a little less deeper than that where, again, everybody's doing music.
All right, the thing with the podcasting thing, I still feel like it has a lot of room for growth because there's a lot of people that still don't listen to it.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that don't listen to music.
That's weird to me.
That is weird. But at the same time, like, not too many people are in their podcasting stage. And it depends on what you like the podcast for. There's so many podcasts. The top 5 podcasts on Apple Podcasts I don't even think they're black podcasts either. I think it's...
I'm not surprised.
One of them is... No, but it's like... Again, because black people don't listen to podcasts. We watch podcasts.
I mean, I listen to podcasts.
No, I feel you. There are people, I'm saying a majority of us, we'll watch podcasts. Like we'll watch it.
But I still think it's a new space and eventually people gonna find themselves just listening to it.
I don't know. I gotta see that for myself. I'm down to see it though. Look and listen.
I feel like it's still very new and growing. But yeah.
I think the content creator space is going to keep growing. Only because these platforms have enough money to keep growing. Like TikTok is now competing with YouTube. So that just says enough. And then watch Instagram start putting themselves in the mix again, where they're going to force us to do horizontal videos again, like TikTok is making us do. Bunch of BS. And be aware of like all these things, all these changes that are happening on social media. They're all very intentional. And now all these 3 big ass companies, one of them is in freaking China. They're all battling each other right now.
So you think social media is here to stay, but you think podcasting is not here to stay?
Yeah.
Really?
Facts.
I think podcasting have a stronger chance against social media, to be honest.
There's no way.
Okay, we'll see.
It takes me 2 seconds to upload some BS on my phone. I have to come shoot a podcast for an hour before I post it, and it has to get edited, and it has to...
I'm talking on the consumer standpoint.
Yes, I can pick up my phone right now. Make a video, right? I don't even know how to use my phone.
I'm weak.
Yeah.
I
could say something real stupid. I have nothing to say right now. I could say something real stupid. Post it right then and there. Go more viral than think about attention spans. Social media will never die out. It will never die out.
Okay. I would like to see how this ages, how this episode ages.
Listen, I'm on my way off social media in the next couple of years. I'm 25. I'm giving myself 5 years to really establish myself. Then go be a Byron Allen. Or
who?
Byron Allen. He was a comedian, right?
Oh, okay.
And then he was selling channels or whatever. I think he was the first black billionaire or one of the few black billionaires back then.
Okay.
He was competing with Tyler Perry to buy BET. He has more money than Tyler Perry.
Never heard of him. I need to do my research.
Yeah, you look at Byron Allen, you're going to laugh. You're going to be like, yo, he's a comedian. Like, he's also one of the few richest black men in the world. But
what's the goal for you, Angelo? Like, what do you want to do? Like,
me?
What do you see yourself? I know that's a kind of corny question, but where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
I never sat down and thought about it. You know, the typical wealthy, being on TV, doing red carpets. But I'm at the point now where even if I don't get all of that, I'm fine with putting my friends and family in position to succeed, be good people, and lead their own packs. I'm okay with that right now. And I'm sure I inspire a lot of other people too, and I'll be inspiring other people that are watching me. But respectfully, I'm okay with like because shout out to Club Shay, seeing what these celebrities are talking about now, I don't think I have any spirit. I don't have the urge for it anymore. Shout out to the digital space too.
That's a fact.
But it's like Hollywood's not looking so pretty right now.
Mm-hmm.
As pretty as it looked when we were younger.
That's why I had to pray before this podcast, because there's a lot going on out there.
Yeah. That's that. Like, where like I would love to be on Hollywood and do all of that, but it's like after you hear all these things and you see all these things and you see how valid it is, it's like as somebody who grew up in church and believes in God and I'm Pentecostal, I can't. It's not something that I want. I'll if God wants that for me, sure.
You like your soul.
If God wants that for me, sure. But the urge to be there compared to when I was younger is not there no more. Let's just get this money and.
Let me go to some TikTok questions. Okay, this one is from Zay. What tips do you have for someone who wants to start a podcast?
That question became one of my like biggest pet peeves.
Okay.
And not in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to do in life, just start. Everybody wants to do this whole perfectionist thing.
Yeah.
Yo, however confused you are, just start. I promise you, if you want to figure it out, you'll figure it out. Like, that's really it. Just start. Google, how do I start a podcast? Or put a camera and a microphone together, basic knowledge, and talk and post. Learn how to edit, find an editor. Because however you start is never how you're gonna grow and finish. And that's my problem when people ask me like, yo, when's the right time to start now? Because you're holding back so much growth. Like you're wasting time not starting because you're scared it might not look right. So what? You probably got 5-10 years of doing this before you even make something out of it. Mm-hmm. You're wasting a good year on what? Capital? Nah, take that iPhone, get you a look of 1.2 light, and talk your talk. Or talk to your friends that got equipment. We all got friends with cameras, bro. Like, it's that simple, but just start. Anything you want to do in life, just start. Because you have to grow. You're gonna learn. Mm-hmm. And the longer you wait, the more knowledge you're missing out on.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for dropping those gems. A lot of gems. People gonna need to rewind that, rewatch that, and catch all those gems because you're really blessed today. Thank you for
having me. This was dope.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
I hope you got a majority of the information.
Of course. I mean, it's recorded, so.
That, and then off camera, I'll show you the social media card.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
If you listen to the end, shout out to you. Like, I love that for you. Tell a friend, mother, to tell a friend, uncle, auntie, sister. That is mind over matter, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.